Patriotism is hurting me. I have questions that keep running in my mind. I have burden that keeps hurting my heart as a country. For how long are we going to be dependent? When we have celebrated 10th anniversary as an independent body of South Sudan. For how long are we going to be depending on international body, on NGOs to give us donations just for our country to survive when we are full of riches, diversity of wealth, and nobody sees that? For how long are we going to give foreigners advantage to explore and enjoy our country when we are always victimizing ourselves that we are poor? No way. We are never. For how long are we going to be depending on imported food when our country is full of fertile land? See the hospitals, it's flooded with patients, just like the river Nile bank, chasing its inhabitants away because the waters are full, running in the streams. For how long are we going to be consuming food we don't know whether it's good for our health or not? We don't know what preservatives have been put in this food. For how long? For how long as a country are we going to be depending on foreign aid when we have everything in this country, the riches and the wealth? How long are we going to victimize ourselves? Look at the Western Equatorial. Look at the central parts. Look at the Eastern Equatorial. How long are we still going to tell ourselves that we are poor when we have the fertile soils to cultivate? How about we take agriculture as a priority in this country to empower our youth and give them wealth? For how long are we going to give these big companies tax holidays and yet exempt a lot of taxes from these small businesses of youths who are trying to empower themselves to survive in the streets of Juba? And all city council does is Jibu Grush for maintenance, for environment. At the end of the day, we don't know where these taxes go because we as citizens don't get back what we give out to the government. For how long are we going to blame the government for the development of South Sudan when we as citizens are doing nothing in the growth of this nation? For how long are we going to blame the government for all the bad things happening in the country when all parents can do is fold their hands, telling themselves chasing money here and then, and we see our children becoming niggers in the streets, moving with pangas and killing one another, and you said nothing? For how long are we going to watch our country go a mess when we can do something in this country? It hurts me. It hurts me as a citizen. It hurts me as a patriotic person that all we do is watch and do the blame game. Wake up. Wake up, country. For how long are we going to watch our education system produce less educated, less creative, less innovative students in a country? And we keep telling ourselves this is a system where all teachers think is to teach the children to pass, but never teach them how to be a good citizen for a nation of South Sudan. Nobody from Norway can build this country. Nobody. Nobody from Norway can build this country. For how long are we going to mistreat our citizens in the expense of foreigners in our country and see our youths complaining in the streets? There's no employment, there's no money in this country, and all the foreigners do is fly with $1,000 out of this country. And it bothers me. For how long are we going to be enslaving our mental senses? Wake up. How about we start being creative enough to survive in the streets? That when we start business, we say no matter what, we are not giving up. And teaching our girls how to be the mothers to our children because we are losing it all. All we see is survivors. Survivors who do not have a sense and the hope of the future because all they think is a mess. Yes, is that how we want our country to be? That when we have, although we see new vehicles every day in the streets of Juba, but roads are very bad. All we tell ourselves that South Sudan is not secure. When we ourselves can bring our own peace, do we all need just go to Addis Ababa, sign peace, and then come back? There's nothing. The peace starts with you. The peace starts How about we rise up and start a better nation, a better South Sudan, because my heart bleeds. My heart bleeds for this nation. I love South Sudan so much. How about we wake up and start thinking that every parent has a responsibility to take care of the children, because the Bible even says that bring up a child that he must grow, so when he grows up he shall not depart from the path. But we have lost it. Youth, for how long are we going to victimize ourselves? When you have the strength, you have the energy, you have the knowledge, you have the space to seek skills of being innovative, rather than being in the streets, moving with empty bottles, drunk, abusing here and then, embarrassing the community, the society, like you're the only one who have issues. Oh, government, for how long are you going to watch your children beg for peace, seeking for your love, to value them as a citizen, when all we have is you in the system? This is not the promised land. We all need it. Oh, ye citizen, oh, ye government. It's time now that we hold hands together and build our nation, our country, South Sudan, because only us can do this. Only us can do this. Because my heart still bleeds. I don't remember those days in 2010 when they said referendum oil and everyone will want independence. But why has it become a curse? We can change. A country like South Sudan, we can change. It's not the government who needs to change it. Neither do we need the citizen. It's all of us. All of us to join hands together and promote, build,